Like and subscribe. On the way, in the door, people. Here we go again. Unfortunately for you fanboys, since there's so many untrue narratives about LeBron James out there, I feel the need to debunk some of these narratives. So, as I come across things on this YouTube journey that I feel the need to give a different perspective on, unfortunately for the fanboys, I'm gonna do so. Which brings us to today's topic. LeBron James did not dominate his era. And first, I'm going to explain to you why he couldn't dominate his era. But before we go down that road, though, let me give to you my point of view of what it means to dominate your era. And when does your era begin? In my opinion, your era begins when you win your first championship. Every superstar who becomes an NBA champion, I think for the most part, there are exceptions, but for the most part, I think they go through some stages. They come in as a rookie and get acclimated to the NBA. Then they have to go through the trial and tribulation period. And then when they win their first championship, that would be the beginning of their era to me, especially if there are multiple champions. So here's why LeBron couldn't dominate his era. We're going to talk about why and how he didn't later. But let me tell you why he couldn't dominate his era. Because LeBron James never really learned how to win NBA championships. Let me say that again for the people in the back. LeBron James never really learned how to win NBA championships. What do I mean by that? Michael Jordan came into the league as the best rookie we've ever seen. But obviously, he did not win right away. He went through trials and tribulations with one team, might I add. He didn't give up and ask to be traded. As a matter of fact, I believe he never even actually went to the front office to demand that they get certain players for him. He simply said that, hey, as long as I keep getting better from year to year, I know I'm going to break through at some point. That was his mentality. He went through the bad boy Pistons. Hard-fought losses, getting beat up. He didn't quit. His answer was, hey, I got to lift some weights so I can take this beating they're giving to me and keep going. His answer was, hey, I got to toughen up my teammates so they can understand how to be tough and take this beating and keep going. And when he finally broke through and beat the Lakers in 91, going through that process, and after beating the Lakers, Michael Jordan understood what it took to win championships from all angles. He understood how to get his teammates involved, and he understood, I think more than anything, how mentally tough you had to be to win a championship. He understood that The team who survives the mental challenges and doesn't give up is going to come out on top. He understood that you have to push yourself mentally more than anything because, and he's even said this, once you win that first championship, the hunger isn't the same. So you have to do things to keep feeding that hunger and make sure that you're just as hungry and just as motivated, just as inspired for the next finals. He understood you had to keep igniting that hunger inside of you because that's the only way you keep winning. Because the team who wants it the most, for the most part, is going to win it. So Michael Jordan went through that process. And like I said, by the time he beat the Lakers in 91, he truly understood how to win. Now back to LeBron James. LeBron James played, 8, 9 years in Cleveland. I would say he really did not get better from year to year. And he certainly is not the leader that Michael Jordan is in terms of holding teammates accountable and making them understand that he would accept no less than your 100% on the court and in practice every single day. LeBron is not the leader that Michael was. So LeBron decided to make the decision. So unlike Mike, where Mike had to, contrary to the narrative that's put out there, Mike had to build Scottie up because it wasn't like Scottie just was added to the team and they started winning. Scottie was there a couple of years as a, I don't want to call him a terrible player, but he wasn't a good player his first couple of years in the league. So Mike had to build him up. LeBron, what he did was make the decision to go to Miami with someone who had already won a championship. D. Wade knew what it takes to win. And I think because LeBron made this move, see, LeBron didn't win this championship because he had trials and tribulations that he overcame. Like, he left Cleveland in the dust, and he went to a team with Wade and Bosh. He won because he had a team that allowed him to win. Not because he went through the trials and tribulations and learned how to win. And this is why LeBron James has 4 championships in 20 years. Because he never really learned how to win by overcoming the trials and tribulations ahead of him. Now, let's talk about how he did not dominate. So he won his first championship in 2012. I would say that's the beginning of the so-called LeBron James era, which you cannot call it that again, because he did not dominate. What does dominate mean? To me, to dominate something means you were in control. You controlled that era. LeBron did not control his era. Let me say this. Just for the simple fact that Steph Curry has just as many championships as LeBron James shows you right there that LeBron did not dominate his era. Bill Russell dominated his era. Michael Jordan certainly dominated his era. LeBron James did not. Because after 2012, when he won his first championship, well, I guess he won the back-to-back 2012, 2013. Number one, he's never three-peated. And like I said, Steph Curry has just as many championships as LeBron James. That fact alone means LeBron James did not dominate his era. Giannis won, Jokic won, Tim Duncan won. Too many people have won during the LeBron James era for him to say he dominated it. Now, from 1991 to 1998, every full season that Michael Jordan played, he won a championship. Let me say that again. From 1991 to 1998, every full season that Michael Jordan played, he won an NBA championship. And let me also say this. Let me say this. People love to bring up Jordan losing to the Orlando Magic when he came back for like 13 games in the regular season and went into the playoffs. People love to bring that up as some kind of diminishing factor. The truth of the matter is, yes, he lost to the Orlando Magic after coming back with 13 games left in the season. But what I do know for a fact is had LeBron James left the game, came back with 13 games in the season, and got swept in the playoffs, every news media outlet, every LeBron James fanboy would be giving him that excuse. Oh, well, he came back with only 13 games in the season. Of course he wasn't going to win. If that had been LeBron who did that, they would be giving him every excuse in the book for that. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, LeBron did not dominate his era. It's too many other winners in his era, but most importantly, like I said, Steph Curry has just as many championships. And I'm not saying Steph Curry is the player that LeBron is. But I'm saying the fact that another team has just as many championships as you do, that means you did not dominate your era. Period. And like I said, that is because LeBron James never went through the trials and tribulations to actually learn how to win himself. He made the decision to go to Wade and Bosch. And while we're at it, I'm about to end the video, but I want to say this one last thing. To me, the very thing that separates LeBron James and Michael Jordan is the decision. Because to me, that decision tells you everything you need to know about LeBron James. And the fact that Michael stayed with the Bulls tells you everything you need to know about Michael Jordan. The fact that Michael's mentality was, I'm going to overcome this no matter what. And LeBron James' mentality was, I'm going to leave this situation and try to put together a situation in my favor, tells you everything you need to know about them as players and about their careers. There is no comparison. To me, I equate the decision with him quitting on the franchise. And if you've looked at my reasons why I don't have LeBron James in my top 5, quitting is one of the biggest reasons. And to me, that decision, that was the beginning. That decision showed who he was as a player. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think LeBron can say that he dominated his era? Do you believe that? And if you believe that, let me know why. But I don't think so. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good day. See you next time. All right.